What's up, YouTube fam? How we doing today on this awesome video? Awesome day. Welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Real Malfunction, also known as Malachi. And welcome to Breaking Trauma and Healing. Today's video, first and foremost, I just want to say I apologize for being not posting so much lately. I know it's been like 2 or 3 days where I haven't posted much. Just been hanging out with the family for the holidays and whatnot. But we're back into the grind. So, yes. First things first, if you guys would like to hear more videos from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on that notification bell as well to get my latest uploaded videos. And go ahead and drop a like if this video is helpful. But first things first, I want to talk today about the best things you can do when you're first starting to heal. And when you're first starting to heal, I feel like you start to recognize who's really supposed to be in your life, or you start seeing what you would like to change. At least for me, that's how it was. When I tested myself, as soon as I got the job with the sales company, at first I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to go travel around the United States and sell. Until one of my good friends was like, nah, bro, that's when you make money. He's the one that got me the job. And it's interesting because the 3 years I was gone, it was like the first 9 months to a year and a half I was gone. And then so the 9 months to a year and a half when I was gone, I just observed a lot of the homies and see what they were on, and it was interesting because it was the same things, and I knew I wanted to change. So what I started to do is drop people out of my life, and not like drop, like never talk to them again. Well, at first, I actually worked up to that over time, but I started watching people's actions, their words, and they weren't correlating with what I wanted in my life. And so I started getting rid of toxic people. And that's like one of the first things you would want to do when you're trying to heal, is get rid of the toxic energy, okay? And because once you start getting rid of the toxic energy, like outwards, you start realizing like, wow, this is also toxic within me. But if once you release it outwards, once you release and let go of the person, place, or thing that was making you toxic, you'll start to realize that you aren't what I realized was that I wasn't like that. Like I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to have these emotions for the rest of my life. The emotions of not going anywhere, or just negative thinking, or just talking about negative crap. Like, a lot of my homies, what they did was they just talked a lot about negative crap and had wishful thinking. And when I'm healing, I don't care for wishful thinking. I care for results. Like, the wishful thinking is what created the unhealed version of you. You know, the repetition of vomiting your day, like, oh, this is what happened in my day. It's shitty. I'm gonna tell it to you because I feel like shit. But like, when you talk about something like that all the time, you just get more shit. You don't find a grounds where you guys can talk about anything other than shit. Another thing that I started doing was I started loving myself more. Started to realize that everything that I've done in my life has led up to me healing myself. Me realizing it, understanding it, accepting it, loving it, and then letting it go. Like, I can't change nothing in the past. And I honestly, I don't know if I would want to. Like, at first glance, sure, I might want to change a few things, but at the end of the day, it's like, all that has led me right here. All that has taught me certain things where I don't think I would have learned any other way. Another thing that I started doing was just really, I'm being more selfish, and I don't like saying that because I feel like I don't like saying the word selfish because I'm a very giving person. Like, I'm very open-minded, I'm very giving, I'm very empathetic. I'm very in tune with my emotions and others' emotions. I'm an empath. And so when I use the word selfish, it's not, I don't like it. I don't like it. But I like it for one reason, and that's to heal. I stopped caring what other people thought. Here's one big one. I stopped checking up on people who I knew every time we had a conversation, it'd be fucking negative or they would be bringing up the past. I let those kind of people go because I'm not interested in the past. I don't care. I don't care what we went through and you're still holding on to that shit and I've let that shit go. Like, move on. The past is cool to reminisce, sure. But every time I talk to you, oh, bro, remember when high school? Remember when everything was all good? Yeah, I'm still in 10 years ago. I don't have no license, no job. I live with my mom. Like, I don't care. I'm being selfish to the point where I don't care enough to talk about your fucking issues anymore or your problems anymore, or try to help you get through your shit, because if you really wanted to get through your shit, look, that's one thing I really learned in this life. If motherfuckers want it, if they really, 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 really want it, they will try anything. They will do anything. They will continue to try new things and be innovative, and they will continue to thrive. The one thing that I didn't like is having to pick other people up when I'm fucked up myself. People relied on that from me. Excuse me. People relied on me to pick them up when they felt like shit or when they fucked up. And I couldn't stand for that no more. I couldn't be somebody else's crutch when I couldn't even lean on myself. So I became very selfish because my health, my healing journey is more important than yours. And your healing journey and everything that I just fucking said is more important than mine. But the ground basis of it is that we both need to heal. So if you're not being productive in my life to help me on my healing journey, I need to go somewhere else, because I can't be productive in your life and help you heal when you're not doing it for yourself. It's another reason why selfishness is actually very good to heal, man. It really is. Another thing is, one of the last ones that I learned is being alone. By being alone, I learned more about my states of minds and my paradigms. I learned more about how I feel internally, which projects externally. I learned more about how I can heal my inner child. When I do meditations, I'm alone. But meditation, the word meditation means to become familiar with. So I'm becoming familiar with all these bottled up emotions that were thrown in the back of my head for so long that now when I go through something traumatic, they just automatically pop up. I had to go through those things. I've had to cry through meditations, and I've had to let go of shit, and I've had to call certain people and cry to them and apologize to them, and I've had to apologize to myself, and I've had to lift up myself and be nice to myself and love myself, and I've there's no more talking bad about myself, even in a joking manner, you know. There's no more. There's just a lot of things that I've had to go through. I've had to go through it so I can see this new perception, of course. Just like you, a lot of things you have to go through. You have to go through them. And if you don't want to change, that's on you. That's your responsibility. You're accountable for yourself. If you don't want to heal, then that's on you. If you don't have anything that you think you have to heal from, okay, that's on you. To each his own. That's fine. But being alone has helped me understand myself more. So that way when it came down to it, if anybody was upset with me, or, you know, I happen to push a button, or they get offended, I know how to handle it. I won't look crazy being upset over something that you did, because I like my personal power. I like holding and having my personal power. I like people that have personal power because they're not easily manipulated and controlled. Last thing that I think is probably the most important as humans that I had to learn is I stopped judging myself. Do I sometimes still, like, here and there, like, you shouldn't be doing that, you know better than that? Of course, it's a friendly redirection. But I used to judge myself so bad to the point where I would get, like, anxiety attacks, like severe anxiety attacks. And you know, judging yourself is interesting, because when I judged myself, I judged others. And then I understood that me judging myself was just a reflection, is a projection. And then I judge others, it's the same thing. It's a reflection of how I feel inside. And so I used to have a lot of regret too, but judging myself was probably the biggest one. You ever judged yourself? You ever got in trouble for something you didn't do? And then and then, like, you think, like, why? Like, why would I do something like that? Like, why would I lie? It's interesting to think about. But anyways, stop judging yourself. Judgment is one of the worst, if not the worst, way to not heal is by judging yourself. Judging yourself and judging others. Look, man, I know we're all fucked up. We're all, every single last one of these, every person in this world is fucked up. Every single person has had something traumatic happen to them. Every single person has experienced a death, whether it's family members, siblings, pet, best friend, whatever it is. Everybody has experienced some kind of grief, depression. And I think, honestly, tomorrow I want to talk about, and I really want to get down to, like, you are what you eat. And then I want to have another one where you are what you think. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for listening to this. This is the end of the video. Learn how to love yourself, learn to be alone, learn to meditate, learn to not judge yourself. Learn better habits where you can cope from your issues. Honestly. Anyways, I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Hope this video was helpful. Talk to you guys soon. Make sure you dig deep. Make sure you learn who you are. And make sure you trust. Make sure you trust yourself. And don't judge yourself. Love yourself. Live in love. Don't live in fear. Okay? Live in higher consciousness. Higher levels of consciousness. Not lower levels of consciousness. Anyways, this was your boy Malfunction with Breaking Trauma and Healing. I hope this video was helpful. Anyways, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell. And drop a like if you find this helpful. Appreciate you guys. Talk to you soon. Peace.